What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in today. I have an exciting unboxing to dig into for you. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel here. I'd love to have you. Hit that thumbs up before you head out. It really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check it out. Let me know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love hearing from you and what you're carrying. So thank you to Vosteed for sending this in. I just pulled this thing out of the mailer, and I was going to do it out of the mailer, but I ended up screwing up, and you only get one chance, so that is the way that it goes. So thank you to Vosteed for sending this in. Got our little tin case. Gotta love Vosteed's packaging here. We get the tin, we get the box, we get a zippered case with a removable RE that you can put wherever. And then we have our knife inside here, which is a good thing. So we are looking at the mini Nightshade, but this has an updated look to it, doesn't it? I believe that is all going to be titanium. Yeah, buddy, that's titanium. And then we have aluminum here. Yeah, so we have aluminum studs, backspacer here that are anodized to match. And then we have a textured titanium handle here. This is, people are going to go nuts over this thing. The Nightshade is some people's all-time favorite knife. There's a lot of people out there that love the Nightshade, the regular size, and there's possibly even more people out there that like the mini Nightshade. And I have to say, for like a secondary knife or a backup knife, like a fifth pocket or something like that, this is almost perfect size-wise. And then design-wise, there's not much that can beat this in the way of a useful EDC knife. Just the way that the blade is shaped, the way that it tapers down very low to the tip, the ergonomics are awesome. You can get up on that tip for easy, precise cuts. You can get up behind that edge if you need a little bit more control. We have a crown spine here. Awesome, awesome stuff. What steel are we looking at? No way. We're looking at S35 VN. So they've been using quite a bit of S35 lately, and I have no issue with S35. I love it. And that is a very nice combination. S35 crossbar lock that's going to be adjustable along with a titanium handle. And you might be saying, well, how small is the mini? So we're looking at 2.5 inches of cutting edge, 2 3/4 of total, and then we're coming down just shy of 6.5 overall. I'd say it's more like 6 7/16 or somewhere in that ballpark. So it's definitely going to be more in that like lower mid-size spec at least, but I wear an XL size glove, and that's something that these companies are able to do very well when it comes to making these smaller knives such as this. Even someone with a large XL sized hand, now if you have massive hands or really stubby fingers, right, you might not get a full grip on this thing. But even still, even as like a 3 to 3.5 finger knife, this will make a fantastic EDC knife and utility style knife. And then on top of that, you have the crossbar lock, which is going to be very resilient when it comes to the locking mechanism itself. I have had almost 0 failures when it comes to a crossbar lock. Now, do they fail? Can they fail? Yeah, but not very easily, especially when they're done properly. We have their little bit different deep carry clip here. I like the way they're doing this one. It's nice and minimal. It's nice and small, short. Going to carry pretty deep. And speaking of that, we'll get our Issuing Stitches Hank out here and see what this thing looks like in the pocket here. We'll have a little tiny bit poking out there, not much at all, and that'll give you a nice little spot to grab a hold of this and pull it out of the pocket, as well as be able to slide it back down in the pocket without causing issues on the clip here. And weirdly, we do have ambidextrous carry here, so lefties will be able to carry this, but this would have been a perfect, and they do it all the time. I'm not sure why they didn't do it on this one. It's not a big deal. A blue aluminum filler tab there. Now, maybe they didn't want to go too crazy with the colors. In that case, you could have just done a blasted aluminum look for the filler tab to kind of match this in. They typically do filler tabs. There are times where they don't, but they typically do. I'm surprised they didn't, but not a huge deal. Not a big deal at all. Just kind of an aesthetic thing, but it's the same sheen as the rest of the handle here, and it looks better than most that are told for lefty and recessed that don't have it. It definitely looks better than most of them. Now, this particular one, I don't know if they're going to do like a coated and black tie version as well, or if this is the only one. I doubt if it is the only one, there will be more, I have to guess, because the Nightshade is a very popular model for them. The Nightshade, the Mini Nightshade, the Raccoon, they have a couple extremely popular models. And the other really cool thing about this knife, at least for me, being able to get a full grip on it, having that nice low pokey tip, it's lightweight. I mean, it feels good in hand. For its size, it feels pretty substantial, but it's fairly lightweight too. So it's got that combination of, it feels very easy to wield this thing, but it feels, substantial because you have the rigidity of that titanium. So just really, really nice and really well done. Let's see what they did with that S35. And in prototypical fashion, Vosteed just absolutely slaying it all day long, every day. Every new model is just really well done. Vosteed is blowing up. Everyone wants a little something from Vosteed, and I don't blame them. They have a little something for everyone. Different lock mechanisms, different price points. They're using all kinds of different steels, all kinds of different handle materials. They're aiding in left-hand carry most of the time. I think almost probably 9 out of 10 knives that I handle from Vosteed are told for left-hand carry. There's a few that aren't, but for the most part, they're told for lefty. And before we test the lock and see how that lock is holding up, let's see what it does up against this double-walled cardboard here. Very, very nice. And that's literally no effort whatsoever. That's just kind of letting the knife do its thing. There's a little bit of effort against the grain. Yeah, that's got a nice edge on it. We were running into tape there. Very nice. Let's clean this up and we will check the lock. So let's go ahead and we'll check this lock. And if you're wondering, the springs are nice and strong in here. Very satisfying on the thumb and the reverse flick. you'll be able to slow roll this thing out. Use the crossbar itself for open and obviously closing. But yeah, it's got, one way to tell is, see that resistance before it wants to come out? It's got that little pull back in. That's kind of a, can be a tall tale sign that it's got pretty good springs in there. And if you time it just right, you can send that bad boy home. We are nicely centered. There's not going to be detent lash. There's no movement in there when the blade is in the half open position. On a soft open, there's no up and down play, and there's no side to side play, which is impressive on a crossbar lock here. So let's check this thing, and we'll close it, check it. Very good. And we'll do one more for the OnlyFans here. Very good. Very good. Vosteed, just, they don't disappoint. They do an awesome job. I've checked out a couple of the mini Nightshades, and this is probably the most detail-oriented one. From tip to butt. I can't remember what the aluminum one came in, if that was 14C, but I think this might be the best combination of materials, and this is probably the most solid feeling as far as like the action, the ergonomics. This is going to be, once the word gets out about these, if you want this, you better hop on it, because they will go out of stock very quickly, I'm willing to bet. As far as price goes, guys, I will link their website down below in the description. If you use that link that I provide down there in the description, it does help the channel out if you were to buy this or anything else from Vosteed's website. But that's entirely up to you. But I will leave it down there at the top of the description, and you can head over there, see if this is in stock, or see what else they have to offer over there. But stuff comes in, stuff goes out of stock, and stuff comes back in. So you just kind of have to keep your eye on stuff. If you see something you want, or something's out of stock you want, more than likely it's going to come back into stock at some point in time. So just keep your eyes out. But these should be in stock right now. But I don't know for how long, because once the word gets out about a certain Vosteed product, and it's a 10 out of 10 basically, it's going to sell out really quickly. And this is going to sell out quickly if it's not already sold out. You guys will have to let me know. What do you think of the Nightshade design? What do you think of the mini Nightshade? What do you think of Vosteed? What are your favorite Vosteeds? I love hearing from you guys either which way. Hit that thumbs up. I always appreciate that, everyone. It really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check them out. Hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell. We release videos just like this one every single day. I'll put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. That also really helps the video and the channel out. Thank you for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one.